Hey guys, welcome. Mr. Smith's Kitchen, Brian, Mr. Smith Kitchen, as always. And today I thought since you stopped by, we'd do some cooking together. And we're gonna make a really a fairly easy recipe. It's a good quick weeknight meal. It's got literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients. 7. And that's it. It takes about 25-30 minutes to put together. There's nothing really to prep other than the chicken. We're gonna make a Thai red curry chicken. And we're gonna serve it over jasmine rice. Really easy. And you can do this with a salad on the side or whatever, but tonight I think we're just gonna do rice and the curry and maybe some bread, right? Quick, easy weeknight meal. We've got a lot going on. Been busy building the, trying to get the frame done on the awning for the soon-to-be patio. Here, I'll show it to you real quick. We can just look right out the back door and you'll be able to see it. Maybe. But right there it is. I'm trying to get the framing done on it. That way we can get the roof put on. But then this is all the stuff we've done recently. I did shoot a video. I didn't lie to you if you've been watching me for any amount of time. I just have not had time to edit it. But that whole flower bed back there is brand spanking new and popping. And if this video goes quick enough, we'll go out and take a look at it. And if I get that to focus, those butterfly bushes right there, those are kind of new. And then around the corner of the garage there is the garden, if you are new. So, but like I said, if we get a chance, we'll go out there and take a look at it and see what we got going on currently. Because the video I shot really it's kind of outdated. Everything is like exploded with all the rain and the humidity and all that's been going on lately in the heat. So, but that's pretty awesome in and of itself. Most of my focus has been on trying to get that patio awning done, so that way we can get the patio done and then start on the fence that's going to go there after. Yeah, because we still got, after we get that done, we still got some river rock to put down, and then we're going to put some tiling down to get the table and chairs out there. And if that's all I get done with the patio this summer, great. But that'll give me a place to grill. I've got a mini fridge that's going out there, a countertop that's going out there, some cupboards for the wall, you know, all kinds of cool stuff. But anyhow, our focus right at the moment is on this red curry chicken. And so that being said, if you're new, welcome. If this is your first video, I hope you get something out of this video. Try this recipe. Check out some of my other recipes. If you're returning, thank you. If you're a new subscriber, thank you and awesome. I love the fact that our neighborhood is growing weekly. Even if it's just one person at a time, it's growing weekly. And I don't mean like not strong. I mean by the weeks, every 7 days. Because I know what you were thinking. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, I think that about covers it. So let's get down here to the counter where we can start throwing all 70 of these ingredients, 8 ingredients together, and make us a dinner. All right, hold on for me 1 second. Okay, so we're down here at the counter, and that's all our ingredients, literally. So the first thing we'll need is a recipe, and I've got my recipe right here, Thai red curry chicken. And like I said, it's literally 7 ingredients with some rice and some chopped cilantro just to garnish it with. So the first thing we need to do, and this is how easy this recipe is. The very first instruction on this recipe is combine first 5 ingredients and put them in a large skillet and bring to a boil. So the first 5 ingredients are as follows. 1 13-ounce can of coconut milk. Now with coconut milk, before you even open it, you want to shake it. If you don't, you will have water at the top and like a curd at the bottom. You have to shake it to get it back into its state. It separates while it's in its can. So we're going to put that in there. And then we have 1/3 cup of chicken broth, which is about 60 or 75 milliliters of chicken broth. That can was a 13-ounce can of coconut milk. And then after the chicken broth, we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And it's packed brown sugar. It's about 40 grams. it didn't say packed or unpacked, so I'm just going to run with packed because that's how I pull it out of the container. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of fish sauce right there, which is roughly about 1 ounce, and change. And then I've got 1 tablespoon of red curry paste, and that's where all our flavor is. Instead of putting a bunch of spices in here and all that good stuff, we just bought a paste, which is what the recipe called for. Plus, it really does make it easier when making curry. And I do need to get a whisk. Okay, sorry about that. I got a whisk, and we're just gonna mix this all together. All right, we got this all whisked together, just like such, nice and tan. And that's gonna happen. So like in a lot of curry dishes and a lot of Thai dishes, there's either a heavy cream or coconut milk, as the case may be, and it turns the red into a nice pink. But as we cook it, things will change a little in it. So all we have to do now is get our skillet on, just like such. We're gonna pour this in here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this up to a boil. Once it starts to boil, we're gonna let it simmer for 5 minutes. Okay, so we have been simmering for 5 minutes, and I've been stirring it slowly, not consistently, but just to keep it moving. That way nothing goes to the bottom and sticks, so to speak. And we're starting to thicken it up, right? So the next thing we need to do is add our second to last ingredient, and there are some options. We'll talk about them when we're done putting it together. But I have got 2 liberal cups of stir-fry vegetables. And it can be, there's like 8 different frozen stir-fry vegetables options. Whatever you choose is what you should run with. So I've got those. Now we got to put these in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this back up to a boil and let this simmer for 9 to 11 minutes, which is a fair amount of time. We can actually talk about the options now. So you can, if you have the time, cut up whatever vegetables you would like to put in this. In this case, this has got, looks like some squash, carrots, baby corn, broccoli, snow peas, some red peppers, and I'm not sure what else, but whatever vegetables you like in stir fry, you could easily just chop them up if you have the time. But this is a quick dish, so we're using frozen vegetables. It's like you could make your own curry sauce. That's not that big a deal, so I opted, because that's what the recipe calls for, is some frozen vegetables. That's why I opted for on this. And the last ingredient we're going to put in here is the chicken. And it's 3 cups of chicken. I just grabbed 3 cups of chicken breasts. Now here's where I varied it a little, because I went and got a rotisserie chicken. Who has time to cook, right? But if you have time, go ahead and fry, cut your chicken up into cubes. It's about 3 chicken breasts, 2 to 3 depending on the size of your chicken. Cubed up. And that's what we're going to put in here. You're going to cube it, you're going to cook it, in a skillet, and then set it aside to put in here. But once again, quick weeknight meal, so I'm using a rotisserie chicken instead. Okay, so we've been going about 10 minutes strong, and now the frozen vegetables are no longer frozen, they're softened, and our sauce has thickened a little. So, last ingredient. All we have to do is take our 3 cups of cubed, or in this case cubed and shredded chicken, since I'm using a rotisserie chicken, although I was able to cube the breast, but the rest of it I pulled apart. And we're going to put it in here, get it nice and coated, and we're just going to let this warm up. It should only take a few minutes, and then it's done. All we got to do is plate it up with some rice, sprinkle some cilantro on top, and call it a meal. Okay, so we have gotten our Thai curry red Thai curry chicken, Thai red curry chicken done. And there we are right there. That looks just incredibly good. And all we did was warm the chicken up, so we don't have to really wait so much. I mean, I would almost recommend probably letting it sit for a second, especially if you have youngins that may be not so into super hot, not spicy, but just hot food. And I've got some jasmine rice right here. I mean, normally we use basmati rice, but tonight we're gonna use jasmine. That's what the original recipe called for it, and we have it, we like it, so why not? We got some of the chicken and rice on there or chicken and rice, the curry chicken on there, and we're going to take some cilantro and just sprinkle it on the top there to, you know, give it that little flavor. Now, if you don't like cilantro, you don't have to put it on there, or you can use green onions, fresh green onions, just the tops, just chop some up off of a green onion and run with it. But there we are. That is what we're looking at. Now, we like cilantro here, so we're using cilantro. Why not? But that's what I took, and that took all of like maybe 20 minutes to put together. Mostly because we, you know, use the roasting chicken to do this with. You know, now like I said, you don't have to use the roasting chicken. You can go buy, if you have chicken breasts thawed or, you know, put them out ahead of time, you can cube those up and cook them in your skillet, and then you've got that flavor of that chicken on the bottom of the skillet when you put your sauce in. You know, you don't have to use frozen vegetables. You can use all fresh vegetables, whatever vegetables you like to put into a stir fry, so to speak, you know, or a good Indian dish. Either way, you know, it'll take a little longer to get done, you know, because when you put your vegetables in there, you want them to cook until they're soft. That's why we go the 9 to 10 minutes. Yeah, that took about 10 minutes, you know, to do. Now, if you do use frozen vegetables and you want to go a little quicker, let's say you know you're going to cook this when you get home from work. Take them out of the freezer, put them in the fridge. That way they're thawed by the time you get home, but they're not sitting on the counter. That's bad. You never want to thaw anything on your counter if possible. That's how bacteria builds up. That's how people can get sick. So, you know, when I cook things like with chicken, if I know I'm cooking what I'm cooking this week, because we plan, you know, I'll put, you know, a couple, you know, 2-3 things of chicken in the fridge. I'll put a couple things of hamburger in the fridge and let them thaw. That way they thaw slowly, and let's say you don't use them in a couple days, 2-3 days. Most of that you can put back in the fridge or in the freezer if it has not been sitting on your countertop, you know, or exposed to a ton of air, so to speak. You know, I vacuum seal all my meats and put them in the freezer. That way they're not exposed to any air at any given time. Saves on freezer burn, they last long in the freezer, but they don't sit on the countertop to thaw. That way if I don't use it, right back up in the freezer if I don't use it in a couple days. Those are things to think about. But yeah, so you can pull those veggies out, you can pull your chicken out, let them thaw, and then that way when you get home, boom, you're cooking up the grilled chicken, you know, you're grilling your chicken in the skillet, you're throwing your veggies in there, they're already thawed, they don't take as long. You know, there's a lot of different options to make this quick. And like I said, there's 3 or 4 different stir-fry veggie combinations if you go frozen, or you can use fresh of what you like. It's just gonna take a little longer to soften them up. So anyhow, enough chit chat. Let's give this a try because it looks amazing and it smells fantastic, and I am dying to try this. That is amazing. And even though the chili paste says it's hot, the brown sugar really balances it. Now, I personally like things a little spicier. I would probably add a little more chili paste to that. Maybe go 3 tablespoons instead of 2. But as far as flavor goes, that's really good. I like it, hands down. You know, it's just got a ton of flavor. You know, so if you get an opportunity, give this a try. Let me know what vegetables you use down in the comments. I think you'll enjoy them. Speaking of vegetables, we got our first pick of Hungarian hot peppers out of the garden. Look at those bad boys. They're monstrous. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. There's enough out there, I might be able to pull enough off there to can some up, do some hot banana peppers, so to speak, or in this case, Hungarian hot peppers. But those are supposed to be 4 to 6 inches, and I'm here to tell you, those are not 4 to 6 inches. Those are more like 8 to 9. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. But anyhow, I just wanted to share those with you because I thought they were cool. If you give this a try, let me know. Comments down below. Check us out on Facebook at the Facebook group, Mr. Smith's Kitchen. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you use some different vegetables. Let me know if you cooked your chicken versus buying a rotisserie. I think the rotisserie works with that. You know, I've cooked enough curries to know, I mean, it didn't change. I don't think it changed the flavor profile in any way. It still tastes pretty much like curry. And like I said, the only thing I think I would do different, 1/3 tablespoon of curry paste. That's it. It's still got good flavor to it. You know, the jasmine rice adds a really nice extra to it because jasmine rice has a lot of flavor. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. Not by any means. Yeah, Tomorrow we're going to do another cheesecake. I know you're like, Brian, cheesecake? First of all, I love cheesecake. And if I can find a new cheesecake to make, I will. Every time. But I think it's going to be a good cheesecake because it screams summer. It is a lemon cheesecake. You know, and with I'm going to try, I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to try a new crust. I'm going to use Archway lemon cookies. Crush those up with just a little less butter. For the crust, we'll do a good standard cheesecake with a little bit of lemon juice for the filling, and then on top we're going to do a lovely lemon curd. It should be sweet and lemony both. We'll see how it turns out. This will be a whole new gig. First time we're making it just like this. First time we're making it, and we'll be doing it together. But I'm excited to try it. I've had lemon cheesecake in my head since last week we made the caramel one. My sister-in-law and friend Heather had mentioned a lemon cheesecake when we were also talking about caramel cheesecakes last week, and I thought, man, that sounds refreshing and good. You know, tart and sweet, lemony, it screams summertime. So, until tomorrow for cheesecake, I love you. I love you very much, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. You know, the fact you take time out of your day to spend with me, you know, just fills my heart with joy, because I know that's something you can't get back as time. Tell somebody else you love them and that you love them very much. It's going to make them feel a whole lot better, and they may need it. It's going to make you feel better to tell them. And if you make them some of this red chicken curry, they'll know. And it'll give you good conversation. You can talk about how quick it was to make and all the things that are in it and all the options you have. And you can ask them how their day was, you know, all at the same time. So, till tomorrow for cheesecake, I love you. I'll see you then. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.